Hey everybody, Ty Haggerty, Grassroots Taxes. Last video of today, March 27th. The legislation that everybody's been waiting to pass has passed today. It was signed into law by Donald Trump. And I sat and read all 247 pages of the legislation prior to making these videos to figure out what was interesting in there. And I found a few things. This video is directed at my small business, self-employed people. And I found two interesting things in the legislation. And then there's some other stuff I want to go over at the end of the video. So, first thing I found was it looks like you can postpone paying your payroll taxes and your self-employment tax until December of 2021 for half, and then the other half is due by December of 2022. I've heard nobody talk about this on the news. I'm not sure if anybody's read it all. I'm a little confused on how this is going to work. I know that what they're talking about in the legislation is the employer portion of the taxes. So if you pay your employees, you generally withhold federal and state income tax, and you withhold Social Security and Medicare. You will have to remit that because that's your employees' money. However, the employer portion, which is 7.5% Social Security and Medicare tax, you could hang on to that, and it's not due or considered late, and half of it is due December of 2021 and the other half is due December of 2022. That can be significant. You're not actually getting a break on it, you're just not charged penalties and interest for paying late. The interesting twist is the self-employment tax. I have no idea how that's going to work, and I'm really interested in what the IRS is going to do to make that a viable thing. All I can think of is if you're paying estimated payments because you owe self-employment tax at the end of the year, you might be able to not pay them. But your self-employment tax also not due until December of 2021 for half, and the other half by December of 2022. Really confusing me, and that takes some effort. I have no idea how the IRS is going to handle that, so hang tight. I will get you updates on specifics on how all that works and what forms and what rules. There's a lot behind it. Okay, second thing that wasn't actually in the legislation but is in another law that got passed today was that self-employed people will be able to get unemployment for a period of time. I don't know exactly how long. So this is in addition to the sick pay, the FMLA that was passed in the legislation last week. So additionally, you'll be able to get unemployment for the hours you're missing. I'm not terribly sure how all this is going to work together, so I'm going to write a blog post over the weekend, kind of get all that information together, and check back with the blog, and I'll let you know in a video if I can do it in a video. It might be something you have to look at and form lines and directions, and you probably need some help from me anyway. Okay, two other things that happened this week. With the state of Arkansas. Now this is Arkansas only. If you're in another state, these don't apply to you. Franchise tax for the state of Arkansas that's generally due May 1st, the $150 that you have to pay to keep your LLCs alive. That's generally due May 1st, now due July 15th. So don't worry about paying your franchise tax until July. Second thing, Arkansas Contractors Licensing Board. Any of my builders that have a contractor's license, whether it's specialty license, commercial license, whatever you have. If your license is expiring March or April, it does not expire until May 31st now. You've got an extension on that. I know it takes time and energy, and you have to get audited and get a balance sheet review and all that stuff. You do not have to have that done until May 31st now. They give you 2 extra months. Well, if you are due in March, 1 extra month if you're due in April. So they drug out that a little bit more, so you have a little bit of relief. Finally, last thing for today, I'm going to write another blog post on employers and how to coordinate unemployment, SBA loans, sick pay, FMLA, everything from my videos. I'm going to kind of compile that on the best practices for what you should be doing as an employer or what your employees qualify for. I will go over that in a blog post, I hope. Maybe another video, but I have to kind of study and see how the rules come out first. But remember, if your business is open and operating and your employees are not there, they qualify for a sick leave or FMLA. If you are closed or you send your employees home and you don't have any work for them, they should go get unemployment. Big difference. Everybody's like, can I get both? No, you cannot get both. It's one or the other. You're either sick or you're able to work, not sick, and your business is closed. It depends on, who's causing the problem. Okay, that's it for today. Watch all 4 of my videos. Be sure to share them across social media and get the information out to all your friends. This is really important stuff. Okay, last video of the night. Stay home, people. Stay well. I got your back. This is Diane Haggerty with Grassroots Taxes.